everyone, it's Julie from Young Men and Kick-Ass Chicks, and welcome to the June 17th edition of This Week, Next Week. And before you get your hopes up, I don't have any balloons to show you this week, because it's Father's Day this weekend, Sunday, so we usually do a craft present for the mommies for Mother's Day and the daddies for Daddy's Day. And this year, apparently, I decided to make this huge, complicated, elaborate craft that's taking over 3 days to finish. But it's cute. It's, I think it will be once. Right now they painted it, so it's a mess, and I can't really tell what it's going to look like finished. But I'm sure it's going to be good. It's made by them, and that's the important part. But yeah, it's taken up a lot of time. So no time to twist balloons and try different new things. So hopefully next week I'll have something to show you guys. But this week, no balloons. But anyways, lots of book stuff though. First I wanted to tell you something kind of on the funny side. Well, you're probably not going to think it's funny, but I think it's hilarious. Part of WordPress, of course, like any site, I'm sure, like blog or anything, but you can download plugins to help out your blog, like make it look and do more like what you want it to do. And one of my favorite plugins is the Stats Counter, because it's quite accurate and it gives all the basic information that, you know, a publisher or whatever would need. Right there, right in front of you. You don't have to like search it. You don't have to post it on all the different pages and all that. And I love that. So part of it is it shows you your top searches. So the searches where someone types something into Google, like a word or a phrase or whatever, and somehow that got someone to click onto to get to your blog from their search. Yeah, that made no sense, but I'm sure you guys are kind of following along. I've done a post on this before. You know, some of them are a little bit weird. Well, this past week, more and more I'm noticing that my top search of every day has been hot guys. Not totally unusual seeing the name of my blog, but it's what's made me laugh the most is what post it's leading people to. And back in August of last year, I did my first event. It was an erotica event. And then I got a whole bunch of emails from a whole bunch of authors who wrote erotica because I think they thought I was more of an erotica site, which made me giggle. But not so much. I just thought it'd be kind of a fun event. And anyway, so part of that, I was thinking again, I had been blogging for a while, but I hadn't done an event yet. I'm like, well, I go to other blogs, and a lot of ladies have put pictures of really cute, mostly naked, or sometimes completely naked men. And I'm like, well, I guess, you know, I could do something like that for my event. So I did 3 posts. I had asked the week before for people to email me links or pictures or whatever, and I would go through them, and I would pick the ones that I liked the best, and I would post them. And, yeah, that's not really my thing. Never really was. So just picture me looking at page after page after page of pictures of men. I know, hard, eh? But it's just, I was blushing the whole time. I felt, I don't know, like I was looking at something I shouldn't be looking at. Like, caught with my hand in a cookie jar or something. But, you know, like, the guy is beautiful. Oh, beautiful men. But then you see parts that you really shouldn't, and I'm like, you know, it was the weirdest thing. So I was not actually comfortable doing that. And those posts were not my favorite to ever do. I was happy with what I found, because those guys will, obviously I like pretty boys, because that's pretty much all I picked there. But, yeah, I still remember that, and I still remember thinking, you know what? I will look at some pictures on other sites, but I just can't do it for my own blog. I can't. Yeah, see? So I did it 3 times, all for that event, not again. And lately, that's what people are clicking on during, like, when they're looking for hot guys. And it's maybe like 8 to 12 hits a day. Like, it's not a huge number, but high enough to be my top search. And, yeah, so that's what it's leading to. But what made me laugh even harder was that for fun, I did a Google search, and I typed in hot men. And my blog was on the first page, very bottom, but it was still on the first page, leading to that post. Actually, it leads to post 1, and then it also led to post 3. For some reason, something about the guys in post 2 is not appealing, so nobody wants to look at that one. But anyways, just for fun, I'm going to post the links on the bottom for post 1 and 3, and maybe even 2 while I'm at it, and you can take a look. But yeah, those are some of my most popular views This is my most popular hit, and near the bottom of my top views every day lately. Because, of course, my post of the day and my homepage and stuff are my more popular ones. But, yeah, weird but funny. On Google! I don't know if it would work in the States or wherever you are. I don't know if Google changes per country. But, yeah, here, yeah, I'm on the first page. If you Google hot guys. Yeah, and it leads you to a post I did in August. Anyway, see, not really that hilarious, but I just think it's befuddling? Oh, better word. That's a better word. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that. Let's talk about books. This week, right now, I'm in the process of reading Hounded by Kevin, Harn. This sucks. I'm bad with names. Anyways, Kevin guy. And I really like this cover. And I'm super excited to finally be reading it. I know you sometimes say this often, but it's very different from anything I've ever read because it's not actually a romance book, and it's not an urban fantasy with strong romantic elements. It's just a urban fantasy book, and it is told the first-person point of view from a guy's perspective. I know there's a couple books out there like that out there, but I've never read them myself. And it's written by a man. I've actually never read a book written by a man, so I'm enjoying this. I really like the main character. He's a smart fellow. He's very smartly written, if that makes any sense. Hopefully I'll find a better way to describe him by the time I write my review. But anyways, this review is going to post next Friday. So I have Frost Moon posting on Tuesday. And then next I'm supposed to be reading a book called Kindling the Moon. It's coming out June 28th, and I'm supposed to be getting a review copy for that. It's by Jen Bennett, and I haven't received it yet. So I don't know, it's a publisher I haven't really dealt with before, so I don't know when they ship out their stuff. And if they send it by mail, I'm screwed, because Canada Post is on strike. So, if I don't get it in time, I'm going to read Tempest Rising by Nicole Peeler. And if I do get Kindling the Moon on time, I'll be reading this one after that one. But I've been excited to read this for a while. I've been super curious because a lot of my friends love it. And after my question that I posed on Monday about Kick-Ass Chicks, and Jane came up, the lead character for the series, Jane came up quite a few times, I'm super stoked now. So that is coming up for me, either the next book or the book after. So, yeah. Now, I mentioned the cover of Hounded and how much I love the cover. I know that I've talked about the covers for Charlie Davidson books by Jermaine Jones and how much I love them, just on pictures. Well, I forgot to show this to you guys last week, because I did get it last week, but I got to see this one in person, and it's even nicer in person. I know this is the advanced copy, but I just wanted to show it to you, because in person it's lovely. I don't know what it is about these covers, why I love them so much, but they're fantastic. Like, really, the art department for this series, wow. And so that's not coming until August 16th, so I won't be reading it like super soon. But just beautiful cover. Anyways, last thing book-wise, I don't know if you remember me talking about this book. I think I may have mentioned once or twice that I really liked it. Anyways, as soon as I finished reading Dragonbound, it immediately ended up on my favorites page. And for those of you who follow the blog, you know that if a book shows up on my favorites page, I contact the author about getting it signed. Well, Thea was really lovely, and she couldn't have me send her the book because she's not living at her own place right now, but she offered to send me a book plate, so I got that this week. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, for the days that Canada Post did deliver, I got the book plate, so I'll post a picture of that along the bottom. I'm really excited to see. I love my signatures. They make me happy. Anyways, that's that. Now, weekend. Well, I'll be preparing for next week because after today there's only 4 school days left. I'll talk more about that next week. Hopefully I'll be able to do a vlog uninterrupted because I will have big girls over doing because school will be done. It's nice to have them here, but at the same time it's an adjustment period for me, for them, for the little ones, because I'm not used to having them here. I have to do a lot more planning because bigger girls tend to get bored more. So a lot of like science and art and crafts and stuff like that. So, and thank goodness they love to do stuff like that. So it makes it a little bit easier, but there's a lot more planning involved for the summer months. But hey, they get to watch a movie for an hour and a half every afternoon, so at least I still get a bit of a break. Otherwise, I would go crazy. So that's coming up. And also for Father's Day, I'm actually, we're having family over for a barbecue. Now, very rarely do we get to be the hosts. We tend to go to the family's homes for like Easter and Christmas and stuff, so it's nice. We did this last year, but we decided to do it every year, invite family over for Father's Day. Plus, it's my baby brother's birthday on Saturday, and yeah, so I've invited him with my other brother and my baby brother's girlfriend and his son, and along with Jason's parents and my parents, of course. So it'll be a big crew, but it'll be really fun, and they're announcing a good day outside weather-wise. And I just looked out because apparently that's where my window is. Apparently when I talk about the weather, I need to look that way. Anyways, yeah, great way to end the vlog. Yeah, time to go. Alright, well, whatever you guys are doing this weekend, hope you guys have a safe and happy weekend. And I'll see you all next week. Hopefully with a much better, more coherent, funner vlog. Talk to you tomorrow.